Frugalsim videos are powered by Jetline Systems. Hello YouTube, this is Frugal and this is a different kind of vlog because I made a statement in this week's news show where I said that the problem with this airport right here, Orbx Southampton Airport for X-Plane, is that it required a number of other products. And you can see here that the website has been changed. Okay, it now says you require only a free product. Now, when I actually made that news show, this was not the case. In fact, I have a screenshot of it, and we can look at the screenshot by looking at the comments on YouTube because that's where I had to put it. Here's the screenshot. This is what it used to say. To have Southampton. Now, I'm just going to read this exactly as it says because John Venemer, the CEO, founder, president, boss, owner, whatever of Orbx, pretty much called me out on this and said, I don't know, I misread this. I don't think I did. Here's the words. You require, now in capital letters, all of the following products to use Southampton Airport. That would be the Orbx libraries, which are free, and True Earth Great Britain South for X-Plane 11, which is about, I don't know, $50, $60 or whatever it is. You are Australian. Now, I read that as, this is a, as it says, prerequisite and you require all of them. John explained to me that that's not the case. First of all, on this product in particular, on Southampton, this item here that you require True Earth Great Britain South is an error. That shouldn't have been on there. That's a mistake. But let me show you the comments. Let me show you the little, as John calls it, a storm in a teacup. Now, I don't believe it is a storm in a teacup, and I call on you guys actually to leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. I don't think this is a storm in a teacup. I think this is a long-standing misunderstanding with Orbx's business model and what they require from us as customers. And I should point out, I am a customer. I don't get Orbx products for free. I buy them when they appeal to me. Anyway, look, here's the comments. John said, there is no requirement to purchase True Earth GB South to install EGHI Southampton. Had Frugal read the product page properly, well, there it is, and I actually did read it properly, he would have seen that for the best experience, which says it's not mandatory. Well, what he's referring to is actually, I can't show you. I'll show you in a second. Well, if I swap back here, I can show you. They put this text on there. For the best experience, Orbx True Earth Great Britain South should be purchased and installed prior to using this airport. I did see that, and I read that as defining the order. That for the best experience, you need to go and purchase and install this first. Not second, but first, because down the bottom there it said it's a requirement. Anyway, that's what he said. So I pointed out, no, I read it correctly. Then John Venemer made an incredibly interesting to me statement, which is where the whole storm in a teacup comes from. Look, John said, in our company's history, we have never forced any customers to purchase a region to use any of our airports. That's important. He then says the mere fact that all our airports can be installed independently of regions is testament to that. Obviously, they make no excuses about the fact that their airports are designed to be used with their regions, and you'll get the best experience when both are used together. But then he goes on to say 99% of our airports are bought by customers who have the matching region. That is the bit that really hooked me in. So John Venemer, founder, CEO, boss, manager, owner, grand poobah at Orbx, has said you don't need the regions to buy their airports. But every time that I've called out an Orbx product in my news show, I have always said, in addition to this airport, you will need to buy X, Y, and Z. And the reason I've said that is, let's go to their product page. I'm just going to choose something relatively random. So I'm going to go products. I'm going to go North America. I'm just going to scroll really fast up and down. Whoops. I'm going to go up and down. In fact, I'll use page up and page down a few times because I think I can do everything a little bit faster and a little bit more somewhat random. Very unscientific randomness. Boom. And we're going to choose Half Moon Bay. Here's Half Moon Bay. Let's read this. Prerequisite. Now, the word prerequisite tends to imply this is a prerequisite. You must have this. And it actually says here, you require. Not you are recommended, not you may, not you should, not we think you get the best experience. If you require at least one of the following. Orbx Northern California. So what this is saying for Half Moon Bay here, which is let's look at US dollars, is let's say $23 product. It's not $23.38, $23 product, right? To get this $23 product, according to the text on the product page, and all of Orbx's products say this, I'll show you that in a second, you require Northern California. So let's go and look at Northern California. That was 23, Northern California, right here. I actually own it, I bought it, but I forget what that is. In fact, let me find another region and I can tell you what that is. It's 54 Australian, so Northern Rockies here, it's going to be the same price. 38, let's say 39. So 23 plus 39, what is that? 59, it's over 60 bucks US to get that one airport working properly, according to Orbx's website, which says, again, I've got to repeat the words, you require. Now let's scroll down here, actually, Northern Rockies, and see what it says. See, there's nothing down here that says you need something else. So it's not just a standard part of their web template that says you must list another product that you require to buy. They can be fairly optional with that. But let's do this again. I'm going to scroll up and down, page up, page down a few times. Boom. Let's go Sedona. KSEZ Sedona. And we'll scroll on down here. You require FTX Global. FTX Global, we know, is probably the most expensive product that they have. It's a very good product. I highly recommend it. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. In fact, I can't even show you it, can I? Because I'm logged in. Let me log out of my account. Okay, Products Global. FTX Global, $99.95 Australian, 70 US dollars, 55 pounds. Orbx Global. So to get that airport we just saw, I think it was Sedona or whatever it was, to get that, you would need to also purchase this $100 Australian product. That's what the web page says. But let's go back to my comments on my YouTube channel, and we'll try to ignore the ones that started to curse at John a little bit. See, I called him out on this, and I said, look, having done some more fact checking, what I'm reading is not what you're saying. What you say on your webpage is you require, right? And now all these years I've been letting my viewers know that if they want to go and buy XYZ airport, they are required to go and buy this other stuff. So the fact that John up here says 99% of our airports are bought by customers who bought the matching region, I wonder if that means 99% of the customers who are buying these airports think exactly the same thing I have thought about and reported on for years now, which is that you can't buy an airport from Orbx without buying the matching region. Perhaps that's why 90% of the customers are buying airports as well as the matching region. And it's interesting that the first time I call Orbx out in a video and say, look, I really don't like this practice, is the only time they correct me and point out, actually, the regions are optional. Never has that been pointed out to me before. Let's go on down here. I'm going to skip past the rude words there. But John says, storm in a teacup, we allow anyone to buy our airports without the recommended or required, if you will. Well, no, John, not if I will, if you will. Your website says required when we look at these products. It's not if I will. It's you. Let's go and look at whatever the hell that is pronounced as. We'll scroll on down. Look, prerequisites. You require at least. Da. You see what I'm saying? It's not optional. It's not recommended according to the text on the page. But that's the key point here. Apparently it is. But anyway, let's carry on reading this comment. All required, if you will. Region. The airports won't be as integrated and blended into the terrain if you do, but they work fine and we don't stop anyone doing so. That's fine. That's the same as every other company out there. Fly Tampa's regions, Fly Tampa's cities and airports aren't tightly integrated into the surrounding terrain a lot of the time, and that's just fine. I don't care, because most of the time I'm at 40,000 feet, and it's only in the last, 15 miles that I'm close enough to actually notice, so who cares? But anyway, as I've said a few times now, that's not how they were designed. In fact, Orbx has never made an airport for default FSX P3D. It was only when we began making X-plane airports that we added terrain around to look more cohesive until our regions can catch up. But the key is here, this. We allow anyone to buy our airports without the recommended or required region. So, that's something I thought was important to point out to you guys. If you have been on the fence in the past about buying an Orbx product, I have. I really have. There are some, look, and I said this before, and I know John's going to be getting more and more and more grumpy and seething and spitting his teacups at me. But as he listens to this, but I've said before, I'm a huge fan of Orbx. I love what Orbx do. I can't afford to buy all their products. I have a bunch of them, but not all of them. I'm not sponsored by Orbx. I'm not like some of these other guys out there who actually are. I pay for what I show on my videos. So I have held off buying certain airports because I don't have the recommended region. Required region. So it's good to know. I'm very, very pleased to know that I can start buying some of these products now without having the required region. Required regions I don't have, for example, are, I don't think I have the Rockies. I'm fairly sure I don't have the Rockies. I know I have both Californias. I don't think it's either Pacific Fjords or Southern Alaska. One of those two I don't have. And I was looking at airports that sit in one of those regions just a month or two ago thinking, I would really like to get that, but didn't because I don't have the required, according to the text of the product page, region. Let's go look at this one. What is that? Airdrie Air Park. Let's scroll on down. You require at least one of the following products. So once again, John and Orbx, I have to stress, I am a massive fan of your products. That is why I have promoted your products so incredibly heavily without asking for a penny or any recognition over the past 4 or 5 years of me making videos. There's not a single FSX or prepared video that I put out where I don't specifically say, this is using Orbx FTX Global or something similar. I'm a massive fan of your products. But I think a great many of my viewers, a great many in the community, were actually very confused by the fact that you say on your pages, you require, when actually what you mean is you recommend, or we recommend. In fact, I think that should be the text there. I'm a developer, so I'm gonna do this for you, John. I'm gonna go into this page here, right? I'm gonna make this look how it should look. So we'll just pop this open here, right? And here's what it should do. All right, it should say, for the best experience, we recommend you also get these products. There we go. I've fixed Orbx's website for them. For the best experience, we recommend you also get these products. Perfect! All sorted. Storm in a teacup. Absolutely. As always, my name is Frugal. Thank you so much for watching. Do leave me a comment. I am genuinely interested to know if you too were confused by Orbx's previous text at the bottom of all of their airport pages. I'll see you very, very soon.